rich folk really have a harder time finding what they will enjoy, that they have easier access, right? But access does not make life enjoyable. It's the pursuit, it's the hunger of sorts. Now, this can't be artificial. I see Ronaldo's kid, right? You see all these children that have nepotism links. What would that word be? I gotta look this up. Subject of nepotism word. Person, subject of nepotism word. What do you call a person? Yeah, no, this is, what do you call a person? And nepo baby. Nepo babies. Lord have mercy, it took way longer. Shut up. But you have these nepo babies, right? As I was saying, Ronaldo's kid, who, there's so many clips of like them saying he doesn't have the hunger. LeBron's kid doesn't have the hunger. All these people that are considered legends, that are considered the best, the very best of their field, they don't have the hunger. That the heir to the throne rarely is the person fit to rule the kingdom. You get me? The heir to the throne rarely is the person fit to rule the kingdom. That when a nepo baby takes claim of the position of power, of influence, of real decision making, they hardly have the wherewithal, the desire, the drive, the hunger, the understanding of, you know, the circumstances at large. Like, they don't have a grasp on what reality really is like for regular people, for people like their father, who are trying to reach places where they are or their father went, right? And it's a brutal existence. It's a brutal existence for nepo baby, for somebody who is born in their peak. But here's the counter argument. The counter argument is this: why does the nepo baby have to consider how his father rose to esteem, right? The nepo baby does not need to concern himself with the hunger. The nepo baby needs to perform at the very best of their abilities. And I see this archetype in, like, what's his name? Max Verstappen, right? Father was in F1, drove and absolutely like drilled this into his kid that you're gonna be the best. And he became like the best. He had like this legendary streak in like 2024, 25, 26, well, 26, I don't know. I don't really watch F1 like that too much, but it's like, that is the goal of the nepo baby, quote unquote, to be the best. Their goal is not to be concerned with how to be hungry, because I really don't think that's the main purpose. Like, hunger isn't everything. If you have the ability, why concern yourself about being hungry? Yes, you learn about, you know, the humility and the character building, but I guess that's where the father comes in to drill in the discipline and make it real to the kid that, hey, just because you're born at the top doesn't mean you get to coast down to the bottom, or that you don't get to coast to success. It means that you have to like triple, double, quadruple your workload so that you can remain the head, that you can remain the forefront or at the forefront of what my name stands for, right? It's like the kids of Steve Jobs, Bezos, Zuckerberg, all the people that are at the top of the world. I mean, they put them in schools designated to be the best. So I, I don't really want to hear about this whole thing about being hungry, but there is also the counter argument of you're spoiling the fruit before it ripens, right? Or they're like injecting sugar into a fruit when it naturally produces sugar, when you're naturally going to become the best, through just grit, determination, and knowing who you are, right? Knowing that you're the son of XYZ or who and who, um, you know, knowing that, you know, you're of a Verstappen. I also have this idea that, like, both at the peak and at the valley, pardon me, both at the peak and at the valley, there is the great equalizer of, I guess, enjoyment of passionate desire to love and enjoy the game or enjoy the sport or enjoy the thing that they're pursuing, right? It's like Michael Phelps became the very best swimmer in the world. Why? He enjoyed swimming, but he also enjoyed swimming because he had a body extremely fit to be a swimmer. Like, it was like somebody put him together in a lab. So it's not like these kids, like, there's the aspect of talent, right? It's not like these kids are just like, yeah, I want to be a tennis player, but then the kid has no hand-eye coordination, right? They have almost like this natural ability to be great, but they also have to have the love and the passion to make those talents fine-tuned, like a scalpel that cuts through the fine meshes of, like, you know, that cuts through the competition, really, to the point where there's so much of a scalpel that they don't compete. They go to win. Not because they go to win, not because they think that little of their competition. No, they don't have competition. That's how they view it. They're going to play the game they love. And it's not even because of the best of their abilities. There's no concept of the best of my ability. There's no concept of a totem pole of, you know, becoming great. The gentleman who just won the, oh, why am I forgetting this? Gotta look this up. Here he is. Scotty Scheffler. Or, pardon me, Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler, the #1 ranked golfer in the world, winner of the PGA Tour, the GOAT of his field. He said this, he said that you don't reach the top by paying attention to the leaderboards. Come on. It's not about the leaderboards. It's not about the competition. It's not about anything outside of the ball, how hard I hit the ball, everything regarding the sport, right? Everything that fine-tunes the sport. But then he also said this, including the love of the sport. He goes home, changes diapers, considers dinner. So there's this counterbalance. It's not balance. He's not a balanced guy. I don't believe that. But he has a counterbalance that the life that he's forming is, you know, the peak is like the sport and the love that he wants to have, but it's also this regularness, this normalness, right? Even though he's a multimillionaire, even though he has all these sponsors, even though he has all these reasons to be great, even though he's naturally great, even though greatness is all over him, he's still a regular dude. He's still considering, you know, what he's gonna have with the missus, the kids at home, the dog to walk, the trash to take out, the food to make, what we're gonna eat. And I think there's something really, really endearing, really admirable about that. That me, a guy in a tank top at 9:55, can admire and cannot feel removed. And that's not even like me saying I want to be like him. It's just like he's an everyman. He's a great and an everyman at the same time. He's like what I think that Uberman should have been. Like, not just this person that can rise above what greatness is supposed to be, but you know, he's not just superseding every expectation, but he's also you and me. He's every man. So, anyways, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Ciao.